So Pixar, as we all know, is hands down one of the best production companies ever conceived. But when it comes to its songs, there aren't many signature ones that you remember them by. Now, don't get me wrong, Pixar's got iconic scores like Up, Incredibles, Monsters Inc., but songs are usually the secondary preference they go for, and not like Disney where they pour their heart out when it comes to their songs. Now, don't get me wrong, there are a lot of songs Pixar's made, like Touch the Sky from Brave, Le Festin from Ratatouille, When She Loved Me from Toy Story 2, Life is a Highway from Cars, every song from Coco. There are a lot of Pixar songs out there, but the all-time best song Pixar's ever written was Randy Newman's You've Got a Friend in Me. And funny enough, this was actually the first one to try. So what was it that made this OG song stand out from some of the other great Pixar songs? 6 words. It speaks on so many levels. When you read the title alone, it sounds very simple, and in a sense, yeah, it kind of is. But if this video exists, it's clearly me trying to analyze the fact that there's more to this song than just Pixar's trademark. So let's start at the very beginning, shall we? Now, I'm one of the few people that thinks Randy Newman is kind of overrated. Despite all the Pixar films he composed, most of his tunes are really forgettable. Remember the iconic tunes of James and the Giant Peach?
My name is James. That's what mother called me. Sometimes I forget when I'm lonely or afraid. Then I'll go inside my head and look for James.
You think that's bad? Wait till you hear... Actually, no, that's the best thing I could come up with, honestly. But I don't think Newman has written a better song than You've Got a Friend in Me. In fact, I don't think many songwriters alive or dead have written a better song than this piece of brilliant composition. But this is not just a song. This is a musical theme we return to over and over again. It is a range of different treatments in the same way as the animated characters like Woody and Buzz return to their timeless themes of love, friendship, and heartbreak throughout the course of these movies. Think about it, when they play the song in the first Toy Story at the very beginning, it perfectly shows Woody's life with Andy being the best he could ever imagine. In Toy Story 2, it's actually played as a soothing melody to make Woody change his mind about his fate and the inevitable. And they also made a cute dance sequence out of it in the end as well, because if you thought I was gonna forget that, how dare you. Toy Story 3, however, is actually in the very beginning like the first one, which shows the gang back together again after 11 years since the second one, as a kind of memory lane to these characters progressing Andy into adulthood. And it also has a Spanish rendition in the credits. Bottom line, the song is used for a good reason that most people would not get. In the fourth film, it does kind of a similar idea, except this time, it's done with Bonnie. If all these montages were not in the movie, the tone of this quadrilogy would have felt significantly different. I've seen teenagers wipe away with tears while listening to You've Got a Friend in Me. It brings a message that goes far beyond the lives of these animated characters the song initially introduced to us. It shows that sometimes the tears are a reminder of the special people in our lives and what they mean to us. It shows that sometimes the tears we get are for the friendships we wished we had but never could have. It can show that sometimes those tears are for great friends that are gone for whatever reason because of some of these circumstances that some friends have to deal with. And what's even more impressive is when you write a song the whole world can buy into and that everybody can look at the core message about the importance of friendship through such a wide range of different ideals and lenses. Sometimes we don't even think we're big enough or strong enough or rich enough or smart enough or attractive enough or even compassionate enough to be worthy of someone else's friendship. But the truth is, people want to be your friend because of who you are and not who you aren't. Because with all the vulnerabilities, sensitivities, and character flaws, that's what makes us who we are. And the mere simplicity the song brings, which can usually be a downside to Newman's music, works great and it makes it all the more inspiring and brilliant. Just look at some of these lyrics. We stick together and can see it through. This means that you will be friends forever no matter what. But none of them will ever love you the way I do. That means your friendship will last forever. If you feel like you can't make it through tough times, always remember that you have a friend to count on. When the road looks rough ahead and you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed, you just remember what your old pal said. Boy, you got a friend in me. No matter what you're going through, no matter what the circumstances, your friend will always help you. You see what I mean? Every lyric has a glimpse of realism and truth to this world that makes it relatable to the vast community instead of just one small demographic. And for a song to hit hard with this many people is really hard to do. If I could think on top of my head, the other songs that have that timeless tune and feel as well are When She Loved Me and Remember Me. Both of those songs have a very simplistic moral, even though there can be a lot more layers to dig deep in. But You've Got a Friend in Me simply means a lot more. It's a wonderful song that works on so many different levels. The superficial message is fine, in fact it's kind of obvious, which at one level, it is. But it's not just one level. It's an intricate piece of beautiful composition which follows none of the paint-by-number rules of writing a song. Yet, in 25 years since it first came out in the public's attention with the release of the original Toy Story, there haven't been many other songs that would touch the heartstrings on so many people around the world as You've Got a Friend in Me. Randy Newman wrote a delightful, whimsical, and unexpectedly emotional song with a ton of intelligence, glory, and above all heart, poured into every ounce of its lyrical composition, and I'm more than glad for it making Pixar what it is, and most of all, making the godfather of CG animation, that is, Toy Story.